It's Friday at 3:40 p.m., which means the trading week is officially closed, which means we're now 3 full trading days past the election day, and we still don't have a president yet. So this is interesting because there's usually a ton of volatility around elections. With the uncertainty of who's gonna be president, you just never really know. And this election especially has been pretty crazy. At first it looked like Biden was gonna win, then Trump made a big comeback, and then Biden made a big comeback, and then Trump again, and then Trump announced he won, or kind of, I don't know. And then now Biden's in the lead again, and it's looking like Biden's gonna pull through and get the dub. So it's interesting to look at the stock market and see how it's kind of acted over the last few days and see what's gonna happen over the next couple weeks if Biden does officially win. Because everyone says, you know, Trump is really good for the stock market. If Biden wins, the market's gonna tank. So I'm just looking at it, making some observations. Pretty interesting to see the things that are going on. So right now I'm just scrolling through my Yahoo Finance, and I got Spirit Airlines, Delta Airlines, American Airlines, Southwest Airlines. I started following those a little while ago at the beginning of the pandemic, just to see what happens to them as, you know, airlines start to kind of get, obviously as travel really slows down, and they've been hurting. And now that it looks like Biden's gonna win, they are all red. So can't say I'm surprised about that one. Another one that I'm not super surprised about is the cannabis industry. So canopy growth we got right here, up 10% today. I think it was up like 10 or 12% yesterday. So here's canopy growth, a big marijuana company. November 2nd in the morning they were at 19, 18, 21, back down, down, up, and then now that it's looking more like Biden's gonna win, up almost hit above 24 once, and now just shy of it. So from 1918 to 2350, that's over 17% just in the last 3 days. But check this one out. This right here, Aurora Cannabis. This was up like 50% yesterday, and then another 50 today. That is just crazy. So obviously, with it looking like Biden's gonna win, people are a little more optimistic with the marijuana industry and a little more pessimistic with the old travel industry right now. And then in terms of S&P 500, just going down each day and then up big in the morning and then down throughout the day and then up in the morning and then down throughout the day and then up in the morning again. Nothing really crazy here, not super volatile, but something like an index fund like this, you wouldn't expect to be too crazy. But it'll be fun to follow this throughout the next few weeks, especially once we have a new president officially announced and see what happens. But now let's dive into my portfolio and see how it has performed over the last few days and throughout this whole election season. So right here we have my investment portfolio here at Charles Schwab. Got a Roth IRA and an individual account. Have the majority of my money in the Roth IRA. And here I have Canopy Growth Corp, Facebook, Schwab US Large Cap Growth, and then SWPPX, which is Schwab's S&P 500 index fund. So Canopy Growth I purchased twice. Originally I bought it at like $34, and it just completely tanked. Ended up dropping all the way down to like 10 bucks. So I got some more shares at 10.55. So average price per share, 23.46, and it's now at 23.50. Woo! So I finally broke even on that. I've been down on that for so long. And then Facebook, my Roth IRA, I purchased it at 162.33. That's now at 293, so up 80% on that one. And then in my individual account, I purchased more of Facebook because after I bought it at 162, it dropped even more. So I first started watching Facebook and it was in the 200s, and then it dropped down to 160. And I was like, oh, seems like a pretty good time to buy. So I bought it, and then it just kept on dropping. So I ended up getting more at 127. So that investment is now up 130%. And those shares that I got of Facebook at 127 are my only shares in my individual account. The rest are in my Roth IRA. And then also my Roth IRA, the SCHG, the Schwab US Large Cap Growth, which is one of Schwab's ETFs that they offer. My average share price there is $74.33. That's now up to 122. And this is one that I've dollar cost averaged into. So that's not really up a ton because I buy at tons of different prices. And then SWPPX with the Schwab's S&P 500. Same thing, I dollar cost averaged into that, so average cost per share is $41, that's now at 54. So again, nothing crazy because buying it at tons of different prices. Now the SCHG though, that's actually pretty solid for dollar cost averaging in. My average is 74 and now it's up to 122. which I bought in, shoot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 times. So I bought into that 20 different times, sometimes as low as 68, and sometimes as high as 114. So all over the board on that one. But to go over the percentage of the portfolio, Cannabis growth takes up 15% of my portfolio. Hopefully more in the future if it keeps rising. Facebook, 34.7%, SCHG, 28%, and then SWPPX, 22%. So that is my stock market portfolio. Nothing crazy. Just got a few things in there. I really like the dollar cost averaging of the index funds. And then it's just fun to play around with some stocks every once in a while here and there. But it'll be interesting to follow these as the election wraps up. Hopefully it does soon. I don't know. It's looking like it might be something that drags on for the next few weeks. I have no clue. But I'm going to keep following it, and we'll see where this goes. But I'm predicting that if Biden does win, the marijuana companies are only going to keep going up. Yeah, I'm glad I own some of it. I don't know. We'll see. But getting that in at $10 and now it's at $23 makes me wish I would have bought a little more. And then looking at that Aurora cannabis, that's up like, my gosh, it was like $4 and now it's, I think, over 12. I think, I don't know, I just looked at it. How could I forget? Oh wait, no, it wasn't that crazy. But still, look at that. It was 5 days ago, it was, yeah, $4 and now it's almost 10. So it's more than doubled. More than doubled in 3 trading days. That's insane and awesome. Well, awesome if I owned it. I don't own it, so whatever. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see Monday. Maybe by Monday we'll have a clear-cut winner and we'll see if my marijuana stocks keep going up or if they drop. Also forgot to add, so portfolio as a whole, last 6 months up 36.9%, last 3 months up 11.85%, and the last month up 14%. See, the election season as a whole has been good to the portfolio. Biden specifically has been good to my cannabis stocks. We'll see if that holds up over the next few weeks. Who knows? But it'll be interesting to see. All right, it's Monday, 8 a.m. Biden officially got projected as the winner as of Saturday. And by golly, everything I know about anything is now, I guess, wrong. Because I thought that, you know, he's clearly more aggressive with shutdowns and coronavirus stuff. So I thought the airlines would take a tank, as they did. That was my analysis of it. I saw airlines were down when Biden was projected to win, so I was like, okay, makes sense, because people are like worried that they're not gonna be able to travel for longer. And now, they're up like crazy. Spirit Airlines, 18% pre-market, Delta, 20% pre-market, American Airlines, 24% pre-market, Southwest Airlines, 15% pre-market. So I guess people are now feeling optimistic that he's gonna be able to find a cure or something. Okay, so Pfizer, a company, found a cure that is 90% effective, and they're like in week 2 of 3 or something. Like they're very close to being done. I don't know. So that's why it's up so much. Not because people are so optimistic about Biden, but because this company called Pfizer has now 90% of their patients have been showing really good signs. So that makes sense. Everything makes sense now because things are going crazy. Everything is up a ton, and yeah, makes sense. All right, it's the end of trading day Monday, and definitely had a really good day, but didn't close as high as they opened up in pre-markets. Spirit Airlines closed at 20%, Delta up 17%, so still an incredible day, but obviously not as insane as they were pre-market. Got my Cannabis growth up almost 5% again, so we're now in the green with that one, so that's awesome. My Facebook, SCHG, and SWPPX all down, which is interesting because they say that Biden kind of has big tech in his back pocket. They say Biden is good for tech and what is it? Marijuana, obviously. They say he's good for those two, which is funny because I own those two. But they say he's bad for real estate, oil and gas, stuff like that. And I also own real estate. So it'll be interesting to see how all these investments do over the next 4 years. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into all these decision making and policies and stuff, not just as president. And with the Senate and the House being the way that they are, I don't know exactly how the presidency will go. A lot of people are saying that it'll be kind of a stale presidency and not a lot will get pushed through. Who knows? I don't really know. I just like to listen to what experts say and try and form my best opinion. But clearly I'm no expert, so don't take my advice. I'm just over here sharing my portfolio for fun. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.